Good morning, welcome to the next podcast for Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. It looks like it's going to be another dismal morning for English cricket with another defeat, this time in Tasmania. It all started off very well. I think we were 61 for no wicket, and Andy Paul texted me from Australia to say it looks like we've got a good chance of winning this test match. As soon as he did that, Burns was out. So Andy Paul, you are to blame for our final dismal display in Australia. Anyway, onwards and upwards. So I've had a good week this week with bits and pieces coming through for the post. Actually, I've got one here that I got a couple of weeks ago, actually, which is a nice photograph there of Sid Barnes. It is a facsimile one, but I didn't have one with him with his lovely MCC blazer on. So for £1, not too bad. So quite happy with that, with SF Barnes there. So I've got a signature and stuff of him quite a few times. So happy with that. Now then, a signed photograph there of John Reid come through, which is a nice one of John there on a fairly small one with the Reuters press photography there. Nicely signed by John on the sweep shot. So that's a nice addition to the collection there. And then another one that I've been waiting for quite a few weeks was this one of Gears, Australia player, 1905, this one. Excellent condition, I've got to say. And what put me onto this, apart from adding to the collection of the 1905, what are they? Field photographs done by Ralph Dunn and Co. of Barbican in London. So that's a nice photograph. At the back of it, it's got a lovely address there with a date stamp of 1905, and it's actually sent to Normandy near Guildford, which Guildford is my area, and Normandy, I played many a game against Normandy, so that sort of opened my eyes to that postcard. So that's an addition. It's amazing to me really how it went to Australia, and also the condition of it. I mean, it's obviously been posted a couple of times now, and it's actually in perfect condition. So they must have taken great care in the old days with the post, rather than being thrown around these days, as you see on the telly. So that's another nice addition. Another one was this nice postcard here from Hong Kong. Actually made in Hong Kong. We used to get toys from, when I was a nipper, from made in Hong Kong was a thing. But anyway, this has got Hong Kong writing on it and all. So it's a definite genuine article, carte postale. And it's Hong Kong cricket ground, with the, well, I'm assuming now the buildings around the outside of it, but that's a nice addition to the postcard collection of cricket grounds around the world. Go with the Chobham one the other week, so a nice coloured photograph, that one. So anyway, the main thing this week, eventually, thank goodness, Peter Lloyd's superb Warren Bardsley biography here. The first Mr. Cricket, finally turned up after a bit of investigation in a post office that it shouldn't have actually gone to. So I'm fortunate enough to get that one now. But obviously not read it yet, Peter. But it's a lovely production, I have to say. Some fantastic things. And I mean, one thing that does strike me about the book is that is all the photographs that's put in it. So which actually take you through. I mean, just a few photographs there of the series that Warren Bardsley played in, and the games he played in, team photographs. There's another team photograph. There's the 21 side there, English side. There's some really nice photographs, but I mean, you get a book and you don't really want to see just writing. You need something to keep you going through the book and keep your interest going and look at some nice things. And that's probably one of the nicest ship photographs I've seen, I have to say. That's the, which one's that? That's a Niagara, I think. Niagara carrying the 1913 Australian side to North America. And that's a lovely photograph, that one. There's some other nice ship photographs here. The 1926 one, which I actually went to the auction to have a little go at. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to flick through and find that now, which is typical, but there we are. It's a lovely photograph with the red one on the Austerley with both teams coming over in 1921. I think David Ants has got that one in the collection, so it's a nice thing. But it's nice to have a little bit of a input in the book as well, with a couple of photographs from my collection. So I'm really looking forward to this book from Peter, and it's a lovely production. I've got to say, nice leather bound, and it's looking forward to reading that. I've had a quick flick through. So anyway, I don't know whether you got the Chris Saunders 2021 Christmas catalogue. Well, Chris is selling some of these books at his place down in Cotswolds. So I think they're £240 each plus packaging, but they're probably, well, on the way to being sold out. And Roger Page has got some in Australia as well, so I think there's only 60 of those. They've got 30 each, so it's a lovely book. So I'm looking forward to reading that, Peter. So thank you very much. So anyway, look, onwards and upwards. A couple of things here that's behind me today, which I had a little I made up. These are photographs from on board the Ulysses, 1935 Australian tour to South Africa. These are taken by Leo O'Brien, and quite a nice little set there. We've got Vic Richardson there on the kilts, or quoits rather, Chipperfield and Oldfield, and there's O'Brien and Chipperfield. Not quite sure what they're doing there. And these are boxing here, Leo O'Brien boxing, so he was a bit of a boxer. So quite nice photographs there from Leo O'Brien's lot, and there they are now going around Australia or South Africa. They're at Niagara Falls. That's who's that? Fingleton, that is at Niagara Falls, and a couple of other picnics here with a couple of young ladies there. There's Ferguson there, the scorer, as always. Yeah, some nice photographs of them out on their safari and what have you, and going up to well, I can't remember where that is now. Rhodes's funeral parlour, or resting place. They're out on a picnic here, big game stuff. So just a nice selection there from that Australian tour, which Bradburn didn't go on because he was ill. Put them in a nice little frame there to sort of keep. And I might take them out of the frame and put them into the photograph album, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, that's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully when I turn the radio back on, we'll be 10 runs from victory. I very much doubt that. After being I think we're 7 wickets down when I turned it off. Oh God, what a total nightmare that Ashes series has been. Anyway, onwards and upwards, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Just one more thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't put Craig Hawkins' video on last week with his caps. For some reason, that didn't want to go on. So not quite sure I'm going to get that on. Perhaps Craig could send me another video to put on. But anyway, so that was it. And it was great to see Shian last night in the pub in Hampton. Catch up with a fellow collector, and a very passionate one too. So looking forward to visiting his place in Sri Lanka whenever he builds that. So anyway, onwards and upwards, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.